Hey ladies and gentlemen, Chris from 605 Life Outdoors. I got asked to do a quick video on how I clean my guns. Now, this is my personal preference. Everyone is different, but I will kind of go through a breakdown of how I clean my guns. My biggest crutch in life is definitely this gun scrubber. You can pick it up at Walmart. I think it runs about $10 a can. This stuff is high pressure, comes with a little straw, but you know, always lose your straw. But this stuff, yeah, it works wonders. It will strip everything, all the oil, everything off your gun. So I always got to run it up with some rim oil. I've used this since I've always started guns. So, I mean, you could use the rim oil itself to clean guns, wipe everything down, but I will pair it with my gun scrubber, scrub my chassis of all my guns, move over to some rim oil, back and forth, you know. Perfect combo. Also thing I pick up, a little scrub brush, whatever caliber specific little, yeah, insert or scrubber thingamabobber. I don't know. I don't know the technical term of my scrubber tip. And, you know, always follow it up with some pads. Stuff some pads through your barrels. So, generally, I got a couple guns here. Two of them break down the same way, and these two are, so these guns all break down differently. These two are the same, these ones different. This one has a little gate on it that you got to flip down. The high point, this bad boy has a pin you got to push out. I have cleared all my firearms. We are all cleared and safe. Run through that real quick for you, just so the keyboard warriors have nothing to complain about. Good old high point, you know, the brick. So what I start off with, I'll take the Taurus for example. I guess if you haven't broke down a gun, I'll kind of run through that real quick with you. You have your two takedown levers here. Slight pressure back, just enough. Pull your trick down, squeeze the trigger, everything will come apart. Just like that. Okay? Kind of set that to the side. Tara, for example, has the breakdown right here. Lock it to the rear. Kind of get some meat in on that one. And then everything will just slide forward. We'll leave that here. Same thing with the P80. The P80 dagger. We won't talk about it. Same thing. Pull these down. It'll pop forward, just like the Taurus. High point, I'm not going to really mess with. You lock this all the way to the back. There is a breakdown pin down here that you got to beat out. So, kind of a pain, but hey, it works. So, from here, I got a little light here I can show you. I will heavily spray everything in here. So what I will do with my chassis is I'll kind of stick it in a little trash bin I got, take my high pressure scrubber here and get your straw in and just start spraying. And as I'm spraying, I'm taking my little brush, I'm brushing everything, brush. Also suggest you wear some latex gloves while you do this, because I don't know, probably bad for your health. Also got a little washcloth that I'll go through, wipe everything down. Also, you know, keep your wife happy, go buy yourself your own little box of Q-tips. You can get in here and you can get all the gooiness out, get inside some cracks, you know, everything. You can go a little crazy with it, you know. Then the wife don't yell at you because you're using all of her Q-tips. See? Q-tips. Already got a little gunk on it. Oh well, so from there, I'll spray it out with my gun scrubber, and then I will kind of set everything upside down. We'll get the cannon out of the way here, and we'll get this dagger out of the way. I will set it upside down and let all this stuff also evaporates very quickly too. So I'll set it down, smack it a couple times, let it sit there, come over here, work on the barrel, take your recoil spring out. Okay. Take your barrel out. Get your barrel here. I don't know if I'm going to blind the camera, but get your little gun scrubber, shoot some through the barrel. Meantime, take your designated 9mm, because that's all it is. and then just give her a couple dabs. Through here, you can take down your firing pin if you choose so. That'll take a little bit extra. If you're like me and, you know, dump a gun into the water, you'll have to take your firing pin down. Right here, I push my little firing pin. I don't really know what that sleeve's called, probably just a firing pin sleeve. Push her down, keep forcing this part out. Once I get to here, I can kind of push this down, pop this all out. Eventually, whoop. Okay, popped her out, pull my firing pin out, especially if you torture test a gun. When I took this apart, I literally had water running out of it. Take your little Q-tip, go in here, scrub-a-dub-dub. Cool. Front, definitely where the firing pin action comes out. Scrub the crap out of that. Pair it with your gun scrubber. As my gun scrubber's in there, I'll take my cloth, wipe everything down, but right now it's all oiled, so. After I scrubbed her all out, I'll kind of let everything sit here for a moment. As I said, this stuff will evaporate. After it's all evaporated, I go through and just start going to town with my oil. Okay, once you get your oil in there, kind of wipe everything down. I'll oil, I mean, you don't really have to oil inside the barrel, but I do. I'll kind of put little drops of oil in there. Then I'll get some oil like on a rag, and then I wipe everything down with the oil so it has a kind of little coat of protection from the elements. We'll insert our firing pin. Jeez, I'm sorry, look at my phone. Trying to figure out what I'm doing here. Gotta quit looking at my phone. Put your little, oh, if you're ever in the market, you can always get aftermarket cute ones of these. You know, they always have something cute, some cute little saying on it for you. Okay, that's all back in place. Barrel back in place, firing pin back in place. Once you take your gun apart, definitely make sure of the orientation of everything. Kind of check it out before you start tearing it apart. If not, you're going to spend a couple minutes on a YouTube video trying to figure out what you did wrong and how you can correct it. After all that, I'll give the slide itself a couple dabs of oil, and I'm again then over here rubbing it all down, making sure she's all nice and good. The Taurus, I don't know about Taurus. It shows a lot of wear. The slide wear was already there, pretty much already there when I got the gun brand new. I got this gun brand new, so the wear was, it was there, and I don't know. It's probably just the finish of this. It's super rough. As you go to put this all back together, you know, you line up your two little pegs here. Sit back here. See how it just kind of all slides together. Some guns you gotta be a little quick on it. Some guns are a little rough. Okay. Do a little quick function test. Hold the trigger down, rack it. You should hear an audible click. Move it close to my mic so you can hear it. Hold trigger down, pull the slide back. Hear that little audible click. Just so you know, your gun is resetting. Okay, that was the Taurus. That was your standard Glock breakdown. Now we'll move over to this Tara, which has the gate. Same operations, same everything good inside here. The Tara, you can see the mag release in there. But like I said, I'll kind of just set this in a little trash can, get my high pressure spray out, put my little straw in here and just clean everything out. It really works. It's crazy. I don't know. I suggest it to all my friends. Same operation. Same operation. And on this one, if you wanted to, there's this little black sleeve right here. That's what you would push down. You could slide this back out, pull out your firing pin, and do the same thing as I did on the Taurus. This has a different finish than the Taurus, so when I put oil on it, wipe it all down, it shines it up a little bit better. But same way, put your barrel back in, Where'd the spring go? Trying to look at the camera and do this at the same time. Kind of a little tricky. We'll get her going though. Well, this one, leave the gate down. Oof, oof, trying to bite me. Lock it to the rear. As I do that, swap the gate forward. This one has a funky reset, so you can hear it though. No, well, yeah, no. This Taurus is a Tora is an import from Montenegro. Picked this up for $149. I don't know about this gun. There's their little reset click. Everything's operational. All right, well, that was just kind of a quick breakdown on how I clean guns. Everyone does it differently. Everyone's going to have their own opinion on how you do it. You can always go a little bit further when you have everything broke down. There are little pins in here. You can beat out and pull all your internal parts out. But when you do that, you got a bunch of tiny little springs and a tiny little things that can go wrong, and then a big headache. So I kind of try to stick to the basics and trust my gun scrubber. I'm telling you, after dropping this thing in the lake, or the little pond video we did, this gun scrubber, I mean, the trash can was black with stuff, and it was doing perfect on its job. So, $10 for a can of this. I mean, hey, gun scrubber wants to send me some of these, you know, I wouldn't mind that. And always follow it up with your rim oil. Oil, 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 oil everything up. Oil helps your gun operate. Also gives it a little coat of protection. Other than that, if you want to hop over to our other video where this bad boy kind of got put to shame by this thing. Twice as much. You could buy 2 of these for the price of this, but I don't know if any gun can really break the brick. So, like, comment, share, subscribe, whatever you want. This is just a tutorial on how I clean my guns. This is Chris from 605 Life Outdoors. Boys, don't be a Toby and get out more.